Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Team O'Crowley coming with another video. This time we got a 6v6 single battle here on Pokemon Omega Ruby. And today we're going up against a pretty scary team. My opponent had Charizard, Lucario, Dragonite, Garchomp, Superior, and Klefki. So he did have two Mega Evolutions, or no, three, excuse me. I only thought of the Charizard and the Lucario, but the Garchomp obviously has a Mega Evolution as well. He also had a big weakness to Ice type moves. As you see, the Dragonite and Garchomp and Superior would be floored by them, but we know Dragonite usually has multi-scale to where it won't be knocked out if it's at full health, and the Garchomp would usually have Yachi Berries or Focus Sashes. So as I'm looking here in the team preview, I see he doesn't really have a Stealth Rocks user, a very common one, and he doesn't have a Rapid Spin user either. So if I get Rocks up, it's going to be huge for me since he's got the Charizard. It's going to do decent damage to the Dragonite as it comes in. It's going to break its multi-scale. So that's something really important to get up. But I also saw like that, well, technically with Claydol, the only thing he could really do to it would be if he led with Superior. But I was thinking with Tangrowth, he doesn't have anything that can hit it hard except for the Charizard, which I can just do an easy switch out for. So I'm going to go ahead and get this battle started now. And that's why I decided to lead with Tangrowth, for that reason. He didn't really have anything to hit it with, and I could just go for the safe knockoff. And he does start with Klefki. I did think about that. I was like, I could lead Magmortar, but I decided to lead just with the safe Tangrowth, just to start knocking things off. And this brought a lot of success in the past. But he goes straight for the Thunder Wave, and we are fully paralyzed. So I also see Torment, which I was a little interested with. Not exactly sure what he's trying to do with that. But we knock off the Light Clay. So I'm like, okay, well, so now we know his four moves. He has Torment, Thunder Wave, Reflect, and Light Screen. So I go in the Claydol here just to start or to get the rocks up, since I see he's going to be setting up like this. So, but here we do outspeed, so we do see he has an attacking move, and it's Foul Play, which is no surprise. But I'm going to take that somewhat well, since I do have pretty good attack with this Claydol. But the red card is going to force him out, and here I was like, oh, bring in the Charizard, bring in the Charizard. But the Lucario comes in, which isn't too big of a deal since it can't hit me that hard. And I decided to stay in because I don't really need Claydol for anything else. It's not really going to hit anything on his team that hard. And he goes for the greedy Swords Dance. So I go for the Earthquake, just the safe Earthquake, and that is going to be a dead Lucario. So that's a big threat out of the way. So my opponent getting a little greedy, maybe trying to make a prediction there of me switching out, but the thing didn't really threaten me that much. And he's going to bring in the Superior, which threatens me quite a bit. So the Leaf Storm's coming, obviously. It's safe, it's way to set up. And here I see my Scavalier isn't really going to hit his team that hard since he doesn't have any fairies, except for the Klefki. But Ironhead would be neutral, and he doesn't have any darks. But even if he does stay in, I could hit him with an X Scissor. But he switches out wisely enough. And he's going to take the Stealth Rocks damage, and that's going to be some nice damage over time. And I did go for the knockoff in case he decided to stay in or switch into something else. It's like, it's a safe play, so I'll just go for it. And now my opponent's going to go for the Thunder Wave, which I wasn't necessarily predicting. I was expecting a foul play, to be honest. My attack is so high. But I'm going to eat the Lum and get rid of the Paralysis. I go for the safe Iron Head. It does quite a bit. That was over 50% of his remaining health, so another one's going to knock it out. And he goes for another Thunder Wave, so here, if I'm not paralyzed, I'm going to knock out the Klefki. So, boom. Iron Head comes through, and we knock out the Klefki, which is going to be nice, since he doesn't really have any other status users on his team. The rest of his team are really offensive Pokemon. So now he's going to bring in the Charizard, and it's going to take 50% from Stealth Rock, so it can't switch out. And that's very nice. I switch out into my Claydol here, since I don't really need Claydol. Like I was saying earlier, I was going to sack it off against the Lucario, but he decided not to, so I was like, okay. So yeah, I pretty much leave it in just to sack it off, and then I can come in with Magmortar and hit him with the Thunderbolt. And we do see it's Mega Charizard Y, which is good to confirm. That's what most of them are, even though I like X better. So now we're going to bring in my Mortar, and we're just going to go for the safe Thunderbolt to knock it out, since we know we outspeed with the Choice Scarf. So that's another Pokemon down. It's going to be his Mega Evolution down, and he's going to bring in his Garchomp, which is going to scare me out since it's definitely got the Earthquake. And even with the Choice Scarf, no, I'm not sure if I outspeed this thing actually. I probably do. I always think his speed's like 130, but I think it's actually 150. But I just go here into Tangrowth since it's my physical wall, and he shows he had Stone Edge, not Earthquake. Unless if he was predicting maybe a switch, I don't know. But I just go for the knockoff here, and we're gonna knock off the Focus Sash, which didn't even matter. And he just goes for a greedy sword. Well, not necessarily a greedy sword stance here, since there's not much I can really do to this Garchomp. So we're just going to set up here. I went for the Giga Drain. And so now I'm going to switch out since I see he's setting up. I decide that I'm just going to sack off my Escavalier, since like I said earlier, there's not much it can really do. And I was kind of predicting, I was like, if he goes for a Poison Jab here, even better. It's a free switch. So he goes for the Stone Edge. That's really all he can do to hit me. And I go for the Iron Head. So it's going to do about 50% of his total health. And we're going to take rough skin damage. And here he goes to the Dragon Claw. He doesn't want to risk the Stone Edge miss. So Escavalier goes down, but he did really good. He took this thing down to low health. So I just ended my Glalie here. I mean, even if this thing was this thing probably would be able to take out with Ice Shard, even if it was just from Stealth Rock's damage. So, and there's nothing he can really switch in at this point, since he's got Garchomp, Dragonite, and Superior, which are all weak. I mean, Dragonite wouldn't be able to survive since it'd come in and take Stealth Rock's damage. But I know this thing would also carry Extreme Speed most likely. And I don't want to risk it because I'm not exactly sure if I can take this thing out. I mean, it is strong, but I still don't know. So I go into my Tangrowth here. Take the physical move, and he has an Iron Head. That's going to do it. He hits the crit. And he's going to set up with the Dragon Dance. And I'm like, okay, well, this is fine. I'm not too scared of... Well, the thing is when he starts sitting... Dragon Dance doesn't really scare me for the speed. It's more for the attack. Since if he has extreme speed, he'll probably be able to knock out my Glalie. But I do get the knockoff, and we do see it was carrying Weakness Policy. Very common item for Dragonite. And he's going to continue to set up with Dragon Dances. So I go for the Ancient Power here. He probably wasn't expecting it. That's going to do lots of damage. It's a 2-hit KO at this range. And I get the stat boosts, ladies and gentlemen. Stat boosts. So I switch out here because I realize that he's at +2. So I switch out to get my Regenerator health back. And then I can bring it back in, take a Dragon Claw, and finish it off with another Ancient Power. So Jellicent here isn't going to do any good. So I just kind of sack it off. And then I bring back in my Tangrowth. And you're going to see almost at full health now. So he goes for the Dragon Claw, and it's going to do tons of damage. And it was a crit, so it only would do like half the damage normally, which is really good. But I'm fully paralyzed here, so I'm like, okay, I have to sack off something else because I don't know if anything else on my team could live at this point. A Dragon Claw, I'm scared that this thing has extreme speed, so that's why I don't send out my Glalie, just because I fear the extreme speed. So I'm sending back in Tangrowth here. The Regenerator health is going to bring it back up to where it's going to be able to survive, even if it's a crit. So I'm just like, but please don't crit me anyways. So there we are. We break through the paralysis. We get the Ancient Power off, and we are able to knock out this Dragonite, which was the big threat. So now when this Superior comes back in, my Glalie is most likely going to be able to, especially after 2 Stealth Rocks damages right there, he's already lost like a quarter of his health. So he goes for the Leaf Storm here. I'm expecting to live a Leaf Storm. I'm hoping that, and he misses. So we got lucky there with the miss, yes, but it's not necessarily game changing because right here I'm pretty sure Ice Shard will be able to knock him out. But we have to live another one, or we have to live one now. and we get to just get a nice toxic off, since I figured that would do more damage than any of my attacks. So he's going to take a little bit of poison. Next turn he'll take even more, and then my plan is just to come in with Glalie and Ice Shard. So here he reveals Giga Drain, which I found interesting instead of just Leaf Storm, yet another grass type move. So Tingreth is going to go down. He got back like 2 or 3 health right there, but the poison's going to take him down. He's at about 30, 33, 40% health right there. So I'm confident that Ice Shard can knock him out, which I don't really have any other choice. I don't know if this thing outspeeds me. If it's Jolly, or if it's max speed Jolly, yes, it'll outspeed me. If it's modest, I'll outspeed, but I didn't want to take the risk. I just go for the safe Ice Shard, and I knock him out. So a clean 1-0 in our favor. Tangrowth really put in some work there with the Regenerator ability. I'm not exactly sure if the Dragonite had extreme speed or not, but we were still able to play around it, even if it did have it. So my opponent made some, what I would call, relatively greedy plays, or he predicted wrong when he went for the Earthquake with Lucario when I had Claydol out, and when he went for the Swords Dance with Garchomp when I switched out in the Escavalier to take the Poison Jab and stuff. So I felt like I played pretty well that time around. I got kind of lucky. My opponent only had one support Pokemon in the Klefki, and the Stealth Rocks really put in some work against that Dragonite. More than anything, breaking its multi-scale, breaking the Focus Sash on Garchomp, and doing 50% damage to the Charizard. So I really like this team. Mega Glalie is a really fun Mega, and I've liked playing with some of these less used Pokemon. I actually found that I really do like Escavalier. I'm thinking maybe putting it on a doubles team once, because it's a really good Pokemon. I really, really, really like it. So, but anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys want to battle me, go ahead and let me know. If you guys want to do 6v6 singles or doubles, whatever, go ahead and let me know. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.